there in the second half. When a team gets good field position, that they respond and we score. So it's just really who makes the mistake first, and we just don't want to make the mistake.
Jake, how frustrating is it for you guys to not be able to get a rhythm early on in the game?
Yeah, I mean, you want to do the things that you had worked on, prepared, during the week, and you get out and you see the conditions the way they are. You don't complain. You just say, hey, these are the things that we feel comfortable with, out there doing, and there's some things that we didn't. And, it just ended up being the game it was, and our guys did a great job responding to that and coming out and playing physical.
How much was that slow start, or I guess more of a cause for concern?
I don't think it's a cause for concern at all. I think it's just part of the game. I mean, being out there on the sideline and being out there, in between the lines is two totally different things. And I mean, they did a good job, coming out. They had a really good plan. We figured out what they were doing, and we responded and we changed things up.
Where does it have a horse like Swift on your side?
Yeah, I mean that joker balled out. DeAndre did an amazing job, running physical, running hard. I remember telling him many times in the second half, like, man, it's fun to watch you run. And he came out and did a great job for us, and really glad he's on our team.
Are you comfortable with where you're at heading into the bye week, and then obviously getting prepared for Florida, which could be?
I mean, we played a physical football game. We came out, we grinded. Nothing tonight was easy. We came out and we did what we wanted to do, and let's go. Let's go in the bye week and get better and get ready for Florida.
What do you guys have to clean up the most going into this bye week and then the Florida?
It's tough to really kind of assess, what you need to clean up because you weren't able to do some things in offense that, you want to do. We weren't able to pass as much and do some different things. So there's a lot of things that, we didn't, because the conditions were unable to do. And but we look at, what we were able to do tonight, was run some run plays and change things up in that. And I think we did a good job. I think guys on the outside really took a heart going out and blocking the way they did. And, man, really have to commend them for that and thank them for that.
Because of the conditions, were you fully prepared to throw as few passes as you did and to throw practically none at the second half?
I mean, that's part of it. Games like that, it sucks. Coming out, in the game today, you have the mindset you're either going to have the funnest game you've ever had before, come out here and play in the rain, or you're going to have the most miserable time. Today, I wanted to have the most fun time, and that's what we were doing as an offense. We thought that was going to be the thing that would be most successful for us. There were a lot of times during it, just didn't feel comfortable throwing the football. It was just the rain just never stopped. We put a new ball in there, and it'd sit there for 15 seconds, and then man, it just water up, and man, it's tough. It's really frustrating for a quarterback, but you understand what it is, and you got to do your part in the run game as well.
Because of that and those conditions, and you having to change things up, some of the offensive concerns that were there before this game, in that sense, are they sort of still there, maybe going into the bye week and football?
We're not. There's not anything for us really to think about. It's just, hey, this is what we did good this week, was coming out running physical. We did a great job, guys on the perimeter, did a great job of blocking, and we came out with a 21-point win versus a very good SEC East home.
What did you say about the funnest? I just caught the end of that.
You gotta have the mindset in games like this, where it just never stops raining. It's a little bit cold. You're either gonna have the funnest game you've ever had before, or you're gonna have the most miserable time. Tonight, a lot of guys chose to have the most fun.
With this, if you were out hunting, would you hunt now?
It's tough. We'd probably be hog hunting. That's what we'd be doing. Or duck hunting. Yeah, I've done it many times.
How much does it affect you playing out there in the rain like this?
Yeah.
Did you play like this in high school?
Tough. I played a little bit of a rain game in high school, and it was it would drizzle, and then it would kind of let up, and tonight was tough. It just never stops.
How do you prepare for it though? With that, do y'all ever practice 2-3 hours in the rain?
Yeah. No, you do wet ball drills during certain periods of practice. And sometimes it helps. It helps a little bit, but man, it's just really frustrating at times to pick up a ball and I'm going to throw it in that direction, but I have no idea where it's going.
Jake, I know the conditions played a part tonight.
Sometimes it was like that. Yeah, there were times when you get a fresh ball in, you felt good about it. And there were times where balls would be out there for a couple plays, and it's tough.
I know the conditions played a part tonight with the passing game, but how comfortable are you just with DeAndre, and if he has to be the workhorse until your offense kind of gets ironed out vertically?
DeAndre, he's always been the guy. He's a great playmaker for us in our offense, and he did a great job showing that tonight and coming out. He many times tonight he put the team on his back and he ran with it.
People are going to talk and say, what's still wrong with Georgia as far as vertically and stuff like that? Do you think tonight was more about the conditions? I know y'all did do a couple of those.
Yeah, man, tonight was tough. if you've never done it, go out and try it, man. It's tough.
Jake, the condition is not ideal, but the last 2 games, it's just not the offense that we've seen, at the beginning of the season. So what can you pinpoint is the difference?
I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about, tonight we came out, played physical football. We knew that's what it was going to be. It wasn't going to be a beauty contest. It's going to come out and be a ground and pound, and just because of the way the conditions were, and guys did a good job responding to that.
Not having Cager out there, is that a difference for you?
Cager, he's a great football player for us, and a great playmaker for us. He does a lot of good things for us, and sometimes it's tough, not having him out there. But a lot of guys are stepping up in their role and taking advantage of that.
As a leader of this team, what are you saying to these guys?
For us, it's, man, let's go out and be us. Don't listen to any outside noise. Don't worry about anything you can't control. It's about us in that locker room, us coaches, and how we go out and play, and that's what we're worried about.
Jake, how difficult is it to find rhythm in this kind of game? With this kind of
Yeah, it's tough. Going into it, it's just going to be kind of a ground and pound game, and you have to accept that. And guys really have to take that as kind of a chip on their shoulder, and let's go out and execute.
And what happened in the second half to kind of help y'all build that rhythm?
Got a turnover and got good field position, and we were able to capitalize that and made a big play.
Jake, what are you guys are after 7 games, and what do you think you still can be offensively?
Yeah, there's a lot of things we still can be, because of the conditions. We didn't get to do the things some things we wanted to do on offense, and that's part of it. But guys responded to the kind of game it was, and I think that's more important than anything. It's not, hey, what do we not do? It's, hey, what did we do? And I think that's what we have to look at, and I think we did what we did well.
It did look like y'all were trying to do some different things for the running game today. Maybe you haven't shown too much of this year. You think that was the case?
I think guys just said, hey, really we just wanted to put it on our back and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. Line up to stop it, and eventually those body blows just keep adding up, and the physicality of the game just kind of took over in our favor.
And what was the feeling of relief like when DeAndre finally broke that touchdown?
Oh man, that was awesome. Man, he put the team on his back during that run and made a great play.
Do you think he had a point this week when he said publicly about we'd like to go more vertical? The rain notwithstanding tonight, when DeAndre was talking about the offense and little tweaks that y'all could make getting better.
Yeah,
Do you think he has the right to say that?
Yeah, he's a big time player for us in our offense, and for him to want to say that, that's perfectly fine. We want to get better any way we can at practice, and we're gonna do all we can. And some things we could do tonight, and some things we couldn't. And I think what we did well.
How did you keep it on some of those runs?
Some aren't designed, and to be honest with you, it's a lot better in their hands than in my hands.
A couple
times. What did you think of the boos, Jake? Did that bother you on any level? Did you hear them? Are you conscious of them when it's going on?
I wasn't paying attention, just trying to figure out what we could do in the second half to get better.
A couple times in the first half, you pulled down the ball on passes. Was that out of being uncomfortable, or was somebody just not open?
You take a 3-step drop, and you're like, man, it's not feeling right in my hands, and guys aren't as open as as you want them to be, and you try to make up with any kind of yards with your legs.
It looked like you threw a pass to Kiaris on the sideline. That was the last one for a long time that y'all threw. Did you say anything to coaches that you weren't comfortable, or?
Yeah, many times during the night, there'd be some times where, hey, coach, the ball's just feeling super slick right now, and sometimes it wasn't. You're feeling good, but just kind of part of the game. It is what it is.
Did you was weather a factor in not throwing the ball as much in the third quarter? Or was it you just being uncomfortable of it, or was it because, by gosh, we're going to run this thing?
Yeah, it was definitely a big part of the game, and not being able to throw it as well as we wanted to. It was tough, and the ball was super slippery out there tonight, and we just said, hey, it's just going to be kind of a ground and pound game, and we just have to accept it.
How's this team ready for a top 10 matchup with Florida?
Yeah, let's go. We're going to get better during the bye week, and just get better at a lot of different things, and we're going to be ready to go.
When did you know it would be ground and pound? Was it 2 or 3 hours before the game? Did you have to scrap a lot of stuff that you guys planned during the week?
Yeah, we knew what the conditions were going to be. We just didn't know how bad they were going to be. Those first couple drives, things were okay. Things were kind of good, and later and later it got. Just the rain never stopped. Balls kept getting wetter and wetter, and you had to say, hey, coach, some things just ain't gonna fly. Some things we felt comfortable with, and we said to go with that. And a lot of the kind of past the game kind of got scrapped there, and it's just part of it, part of the game.
You come out here and grab a 21-point win, but the buzz is going to be you didn't score any touchdowns in the first half. Is there any concern on your part about where you guys are as a passing game, as an offense?
We want to start faster, but That's just the nature of the football game. I mean, it is what it is. That's just part of it. I mean, sometimes it happens, and but, you know, with the conditions the way they were, man, I mean, I'm thankful to come out here with a win.
But obviously, on the heels of last week, the narrative, the storyline out there is that Georgia's offense is not doing what people expected.
I mean, I think we're in a good position and a good part of our offense. I mean, we're not worried about what the outside noise is saying. I mean, we're worried about, hey, the guys on offense, and hey, what can we do to go out there and get better? And I think at times we do that tonight. You know, I mean, maybe we wanted to start a little bit faster, but that's just part of the game we were in, and we accepted that.
The expectations here have been so big because of the success y'all had over the last, I don't know, 40, 50, I guess 40 games. How do you live up to y'all's expectations? What is the internal expectations, and what are the internal expectations as it relates to going out there every Saturday?
I mean, for us, we want to win every football game we're in, and we want to do the best we can with that, and you know, not worried about what people are trying to put on top of us. It's about us in that locker room and what we want to be.
Can you recall what Kirby said when he was kind of running down when that bad punt happened? He was very energetic towards the offense. Y'all were kind of jogging on the field.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to get us going. You know, trying to go out and make a play. It was one of the times we kind of got a good field position. We were ready to respond and make a play.
Jake, I guess I have to ask you, when's the last time you played a game with that few yards? Obviously, the conditions in the game mode had a lot to do with it, but it's been a while since there's been that sort of game.
Yeah, tough. That's just part of the game we were in. The rain just never seemed to stop, and it is what it is, and you have to ground and pound it sometimes.
How do you lead in that situation, you know, when it's that kind of smash mouth game where the smallest error can turn into 7 points quickly?
Yeah, that's just the nature of the game. Part of it, you know, for me is, hey, how can I get the other 10 guys going on offense and make sure we're in the right run play and make sure everybody's accounted for and blocked a certain way, because you know, if that's what it is, I'm going to have to do that as my role the best I can.
It looked like you did get the ball downfield a few times to Pickens. I mean, how much of it was just the conditions versus the comfort level with them, you know, wanting to smash mouth it against Kentucky?
It was tough at times being able to throw the ball just because just how wet it was. It just never felt like the rain never seemed to stop, and you know, part of it.
When did you know that y'all were in good shape on the run game? I mean, was it coming out in the second half or midway through the third?
Yeah, man.
It changed dramatically at some point.
Yeah, I think the turnover and the big run there, you know, for the touchdown, really kind of got him, and it was just kind of a dagger for him. And you know, guys just started blocking on the perimeter. Not that they weren't in the beginning, but it just really kind of seemed to kind of add up. You know, all those body blows there in the first half just seemed to kind of add up, and we did a good job running the football.
How do you keep your poise, Jake? I mean, I know you never worry too much about the outside world, but coming out of an uncharacteristic game like that against South Carolina, I mean, what keeps you on the rails?
Yeah, for me, it's knowing who I am and where my identity lies. You know, what I do is I play football. I'm a hunter. You know, I'm a student. You know, that's what I do. Who I am, I'm a child of God, and I'm a brother. You know, I'm a son of my dad, and you know, that's kind of who I am. You know, so it's a lot of kind of reeling back in. And man, I love this game, and I want to give the game everything I can, and I want to glorify my God doing that.
Thanks. That's probably